Hello, I thought I'd come on today and share the planner that I've bought for 2025. I've watched a couple of videos on planners and there's so many gorgeous ones out there. Obviously they do vary considerably in the detail they have and the price. This one I bought from the works for £8, so as you can imagine it's pretty simple and basic, but I do think it's pretty. I love that we've got this rose gold with the elastic and the rings. It's a really pretty cover. It says bloom your own way, every flower has its own magic. It's got 3 pages of stickers, which some of which I'll use, some I probably won't, just because I'm not a fan of them or they're not really relevant. Then we have our frontmost sheet with the year on, obviously the months, and you can add from the desk of if found please contact, but this won't be going anywhere. I mean, it's a bit too heavy to carry around anyway. So our first divider is a year at a glance, which obviously says life is beautiful. And then we've got this list of the first 6 months of the year where you can put your special events, so birthdays, etc. And I have already put some bits in, which is why I'm just covering that up. And then the second half of the reverse of the page is the second half of the year. And then we get these months at a glance as well. We get some notes down here and our first divider for January, which is you make me happy. Then also we've got all our dividers going through for each month, and we've got a to-do list after the divider for each month, and it's got a little quote here. This one says new year new you, which I have to say I'm not a fan of that quote. It just gets so boring. Every new year it's just everywhere. And I do think it adds pressure to some people, and you can start a new you anytime you want. So there's that, and then we get our month at a glance, and again you get the quote down here which says every day is a fresh start. Then you move on to your week to view. I have written some things in here, so I'm just going to skip a few pages, and then some of the days you get a little quote. So this one says let's go away. And then you move on to your next month. Again, you've got the quote on your divider that says follow your soul, it knows the way. And then our to-do list says a new day brings a new strength, and it just follows that pattern really. Like I say, you get the one down there, this says just say yes to adventure, and then you'll get them sort of scattered throughout the weeks. I won't go through them all, but I will show you each of the dividers. Like I say, it's very simple and basic, but it's absolutely what I need really. I do have a dot grid notebook that I'll be using for some trackers, so this is more than enough for anything else that I'm going to need. I have had ones in the past where I've had a lot more, they've been a lot prettier and there's been a lot of detail and so many different things that you can fill out, and it just got a bit overwhelming, to be honest. There's kind of a bit of pressure that goes with that, I think, or maybe that's just me. And then there's that sort of thing, oh, I want to make it look pretty, because you get all the little boxes where your stickers will fit. But in this one you don't have that because you have the lines, so simply you can write them out. I mean, you can put stickers in if you want to, but for me it will just be a case of writing in notes and appointments, things like that. This has to be my favourite divider, Let Go and Grow, which is a lovely sentiment, and it's a beautiful page, I think. Yeah, really like that one. So we've got smile, be happy, love, dream. So there are all these positive quotes. Some people might think that a bit sickly, but like I said, most of them I don't mind. I actually think they're really nice, and it's nice to see this bright, colourful sort of divider when you start a new month. This one's do what you love every day, so you have got some sort of foiling on there as well. And then we get a final divider, which takes us on to the next year, just for some notes. So I suppose you could sort of plan, if you've got things happening in 2026, you can obviously note them down here before you get your next planner or diary. And this says new year, new me, which again, I'm not a fan of. But apart from that, I do really love it. And I think for £8, it was probably a bit of a bargain, to be honest. I have been watching some other videos on different planners that people have got, so if you've got one that you think is really lovely and you'd like to share it, point me in the direction of your video. Please leave me a comment and a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, I would love you to subscribe. But until next time, cheerio.